Good good afternoon, everybody. Can y'all hear me? Sally, War, Matt, how are y'all doing today? Please press one or say I can hear you if you can hear me. The last time I did this, I didn't hit I didn't press live. Can you guys hear me? Last time I did this, I didn't press live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I talked for a few minutes. And by the time I realized it and I looked back, I was like, oh my God. And it was a show I had worked on and researched. And it was kind of like, all the air being let out of a balloon. It was like, when I had to go back and redo it, I didn't do nearly as good going back and redoing it as I did when I was talking and didn't realize nobody could hear me. BTF finally said, are you muted or something? She said something. And I was like, oh, crap. But yeah, this was just a spur of the moment show. I was sitting here thinking about it. And I was like, I just got to get back into the spur of things and the swing of things. I mean, spur of things, swing of things, and just start doing it, you know. Because when you don't do it for a while, it's easy to get nervous. And that's what I found myself. There you go, Matt. Moderate away, honey. And that's why, I found myself getting nervous again. Like it was the first time. And I'm like, this is not the first time. And you know what? Mike Slick, if you can hear me, I really like doing shows with Mike Slick. I like doing the music shows. Me and him, our personalities bounce off, just like me and FES when we're up there together. It's easy when you've got somebody you can bounce ideas off of, and they can kind of, when you're feel like it's slipping away, they can kind of pick it up for you. Hey, Miss Billy, how you doing? Glad you came in. Hey, Joe Bag of Donuts, good to see you, sweetheart. It's been a minute. Yeah, Mike Slick, he's had, like us all, he had things going on in his life that's kind of took him away from this, here and there for a minute. Hopefully he'll come in. I sent him a message. He knows, so hopefully he'll be in. Hey Ducks, how you doing, sweetheart? Good to see you too. Got all my favorite people are starting to come in. I knew you guys would. I'm 272 subs. So I know, I'm just kind of starting this out, but hey, you know what they say, slow and steady always wins the race. So, and I'm not buying any subs. I'm not buying any views. That's just not how I roll. Get it on my own merit. I'll earn it honestly or not at all. That's just how I feel about it. You shouldn't feel good about cheating. Never feel good about cheating. You know. So, what are you guys up to? Is everybody getting ready? Now we got. Yeah, that's the main thing, Sally. That's the main thing. If it gets to the point where it's not fun or it's bugging me, I won't do it. Hey, Joey Dime, so glad to see you. Damn it, I meant to send you a message and it just slipped my mind, but it was spur of the moment. There's my BTF Phoenix. That's my girl, too. Her and Sally have really, since I lost my mom, they've really been there for me. And I honestly, that's why I titled the show, I Don't Want to Cry, with a little help from my friends. All of you guys, everybody that's in here reached out to me, and I appreciate that. Sometimes you don't realize how much you need friends or how much your friends mean to you until something happens, and they reach out to you and say, "Hey, I'm here for you," and they understand. They understand, don't get mad at you if you don't want to talk about it or if you don't have nothing to say. And like Sally, 24 hours a day, I know I can get Sally on the phone. I know I can get her on IG. I know I can get a message. It's okay, Dougie Donuts. It's okay, sweetheart. I know I can get her, BTF, Matt, War, FBS. I know, I can get them any time of day if I need them on the phone. And I appreciate that. Like I say, with a little help from my friends. When you get to be a certain age in life, you value your friends more than ever. When we're young, we don't think about it. We're busy. People come, people go. You're doing all the things you should be doing as a young person. And then, when you get to be a certain age, you look around and you realize you start losing people, and some of us, don't have that much family left. Or, maybe some of us have family that's spread, far and wide and don't live, near us or whatever. Sometimes your friends really, really, yes, Joey Dime. Sometimes your friends really step in there and they start, you start loving them and you start really thinking a lot of them. And that's why I want to, come on. It's like Sally said, just, relax and have fun with it. And that's exactly what I want to do. I want to give people somewhere, to come and chill. And if you got something on your chest, if you want to get it off your chest, I have an interview with somebody very near and dear. If that person's listening, very near and dear, I'm going to be doing an interview with them pretty soon, because I feel like they have a lot to say, and that we're all interested in listening to. So hey, Carlos, good to see you. Good to see you. I knew you would make it. I knew you would make it. But yeah, I mean, I don't, I want to give everybody, like I say, a place to come and bullshit, talk about what's on your mind. I don't, I know people have said this before, but I don't want to do any fighting. I don't care to do any of that. I just don't. I know everybody that's been in here we've all been in here long enough for the last couple of years, and we've all seen people get ripped apart. The drama, and people be told, well, you can't hang out here, you can't hang out there, blah 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 blah. I'm just tired of all that. I'm just tired of all that. And with that being said, there are some people I'll never care for. And I think we all know, I think we're all in agreements as to who those people are. I feel like we're all on the same page. So I feel like, why do we need to argue and come in here and make somebody a target? That's the thing too. I don't want to. Yeah, none of us won't fight, and we won't interrupt. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to put a target on somebody's back, and it's like you've all heard me say. I don't think it'll be shocking when you hear it again. I don't want to humiliate or embarrass anybody. I mean that you know I just don't. That's not what I'm about. That's not in my human nature. I don't want to single somebody out and point them out and humiliate them, and I don't want to talk about their family. I don't want to do any of that. And if people want to talk bad about me, then fine. Talk away. It ain't gonna hurt me if I'm not gonna hear it, because I don't listen to half of the shit that's said anyway. So if I'm not hearing it, it's not gonna bother me. And number two, if I'm being talked about, some other poor soul's getting a break. So yeah, 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 Ducks, go where you want to go. I mean, like I say, people that we're close with and we're friendly with, they know our heart. They know where our loyalty lies. And you won't see me in anywhere where any of my friends are getting bashed. I'm not going to be talking about any of my friends like that. So yeah, I mean, like I say, we're all grown up. Our friends know where our heart is by now. We've all been talking for a long time. We've all been talking for a long time, so we know. Hey, John DeLong, good to see you, sweetheart. Glad you made it in. We all know. Like I say, we're not going to get drugged down into the mud and believe, crap, and somebody start trying to start fights and all that. I think, like I said, I think we know. And we all like the same topics. We all like to talk about true crime. Yeah, war. You're funny, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean as far as picking one person to pick on. I'm the same, Sally. I won't disrupt anybody's chat. But if I'm in a chat and people come into the chat that I know have hurt one of my friends or said, I'll just leave. I'm not going to disrespect somebody's chat. The only chat I have any control over is my own. Yeah, Miss Liability, I know you've been around. You've been a while too. You've been around a while too. But yeah, we all like the same things in here. So whatever you guys want to talk about or have me, research and talk about, I got a cut. Like I said, I got a couple good things that I've been working on for a while. I'm almost finished with the one thing, and I've got an interview. The person I'm going to interview said that they're willing to do it whenever I'm ready. And like I say, I got kind of, had things happen, and I got to get back in the saddle, as they say, back in the saddle. But it's that time of year, and I'm hoping that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah. We share and admire. Yeah, I think I think I know you're talking about, Miss Life, Elliot. I think I know. But yeah, it's that time of the year, and I just where the holidays are really hard on some people. They're really hard, and I know FBS, him losing his mother and me losing mine. This time of year is when you really take stock of the people that you're missing. And like I say, some people are alone, and I hate that. My door's always been open. My brother-in-laws aren't married, but my door's always been open. They usually bring people, people that don't have anywhere to go. I always cook extra. So, you know, and like I say, it's a lonely time of year for some people. Hey, D Gainey, good to see you. But yeah, I look forward to Halloween. You know what? The grandkids wanting to go up to a different area trick or treating this year. So this was the first time they didn't trick or treat by my house. And I missed it, but we didn't even give out any candy either. Because really none of the neighbors weren't, because the kids I think went trick or treating at other places, but we had candy and we enjoyed it. And it was kind of good, I guess, that the kids didn't trick or treat around here, because we would have ended up with all that candy. And it's horrible having all that candy, the temptation, because I like to smoke me a joint once in a while, the munchies. Hey, 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 aloe vera, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Street Smart Politics. I'm never going to get used to that name. I'm never going to get used to it. And Chris is a hard one to get used to, too, even though it's your name. But yeah, so what's your favorite Thanksgiving traditions? Are you going to, I know some of us, like I say, have to get thank you, Mojo. Really appreciate that. Some of us, going to have to maybe, fill in a couple, start some new ones. I'm trying. But yeah, yeah, the what's your favorite Thanksgiving foods? I love, turkey. I don't know if we're gonna do turkey. Sometimes we do ham. Hmm. I'm trying to remember if we did ham or turkey last year, because we like to switch it up too once in a while, because a lot of people do turkey for all of the holidays, and I don't want to get that tired of turkey. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, we've all of us have had, some loss, and just got to hold on to who you have and who are close to you, and spend all the time you got with them. Ham, but definitely not traditional. Yeah, sometimes, like a couple of Christmases ago, this is gonna say, well, no, no, it won't sound funny to those in here that are Italian or whatever. One Thanksgiving, I mean, was it Christmas? One Thanksgiving, it was Christmas or Thanksgiving one, we did mostaccioli, and with a big salad with it. And I did the typical desserts. But yeah, we just straight up went Italian one Christmas, and it was really good. Everybody raved on how much they enjoyed it, because a lot of people, they have other places to stop when they leave our house. So we wanted to give them a change and not do like everybody else was doing. So yeah, yeah, I've been messing with Canva and Adobe and a couple of other things, making the thumbnails. I've been trying. I got my son-in-law, my system took a dump. The memory went and all, and he put new memory, and it made it a little faster than it was. So at least, I can use it, to do stuff like this, and I'm not completely stuck on my phone. Like right now, I'm broadcasting from my phone, but So far, it's done pretty good. It's worked out pretty good. Oh, Cuban style pork roast and plantains. Now, what seasonings do you use with that Cuban style and the plantains? That's different. Plantains are bananas, right? You know what I love? I do it, and me and my oldest daughter are the only ones really that care for it. I do my sweet potatoes. I do my sweet potatoes. I put a lot of butter, brown sugar, marshmallows, and sometimes I put pineapples on them. Sometimes. But yeah, they are so good. Throw them in the oven and let the marshmallows melt over them. Oh, Mojo cumin marinade. That's a good idea. Maybe I might try that, Sally. Try doing that. I like try new things. So that sounds really good. Now, is the Cuban marinade, is it really, really spicy? Does it have like a twang or is it just like garlicky? My moo goo gai pan. Oh, Chinese. Hey, I like Chinese too. Yeah, I get on here and I'll look at a lot of the cooking channels because, like I say, I love to cook. And this time of the year, oh man, I've already got my recipes lined up for Miss Camp Missy's pies, Missy's banana pudding, Missy's pecan pies. I make cream cheese meltaways. I do fudge. I do they're called Italian wedding cookies that you dip in sugar. I do those. I do and really my daughter, she don't like to cook. My youngest daughter likes to cook, but my oldest one don't. She'll call me and she'll say, "Mama, can you make me some pies to take, to her mother-in-law?" So I'll make her two pumpkin pies and two apple pies, and they expect my pies. Yeah, they're sort of like that, Miss Liability. Yep, yep, yep. So I do her baking for her also. So by the first of the year, I'm tired of baking, because like I say, I do cookies, and I do, like, for my mother-in-law when she was alive, I always made her pumpkin bread. She loved my pumpkin bread, so I do that for gifts. For my father-in-law, I make him an banana nut bread, and I wrap it up in that pretty Saran wrap, the red and green Saran wrap. And I give my fudge, and I do no bake cookies also. I give those as gifts, and my husband's like, "Too bad you can't, sell that stuff and make money." I have always wanted to open a bakery, but never had the funds to open the bakery. But in cheesecake, I can do a cheesecake that's so good. My husband swears people should be buying my cheesecakes. He loves it. But I love doing it this time of the year. And then, all the birthdays and stuff. I have a lot of birthdays coming up. Me and my grandson's birthday's coming up, and I always do our cakes and cupcakes, and I love doing it. But like I say, by the time January comes and goes, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with the bacon and all for a while. Oh my goodness, I love oatmeal raisin cookies, the muffins. Yep, that's true. You were telling me that we were talking about using like applesauce and stuff, before. Yeah. Oh, I love doing it, and that's what makes it good. If you don't like doing it, and if you don't put love into it, it don't. People can tell. People can, somebody's playing around. Hey, Tom Sheehy, good to see you, sweetheart. I'm glad my guy made it in here. How are you feeling? Got all my favorite people coming in here. That just makes me happy. Got my good people in here. That takes the place of that's okay, Meg. Hey, D Gainey, good to see. I don't know if I said hi to you. My head's like I was outside earlier raking leaves. And that's like I say, I love raking leaves as long as the weather's right for it. I love doing it, and I got to say we got the best looking lawn on the block, and that's another thing. Excuse me, I love having people ride by my house, and my yard is clean. There is no contrary to what people would believe about me. I don't, as Jeff Foxworthy would say, I don't have a car on blocks in my front yard, and what else? A couple of tires out there that are just threw out there. I don't have a broken toilet out there or a refrigerator or anything. So I guess I'm not a true redneck then. I think I sent somebody a video the other day. It was more, I think, of a redneck, and he was raising hell about something. I can't remember what it was, but it cracked me up because he was the true definition of a redneck. That guy was. He was missing some teeth, and or you put your hand between his teeth. Poor guy, but it was funny. Hey, Jane Creek, good to see you. We're talking about the holidays. And it used to be once upon a time I would have like all of my Christmas shopping done by now. But I ain't even had the gumption to do that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with me. I don't know what y'all gonna do with me. But I'll get it done. I'll get it done. And there's really no excuse now because you can order everything online. You can do all your shopping online, especially for people that, have anxieties and crowds and that sort of thing. You can order it right from home and have it the next day. I mean, I love Amazon. I don't know what I would do without Amazon because practically everything it's right there. It's like boom, my fish. We won, and you don't really hear of this, but we won, at the carnivals, the ball toss where you can win fish. Back in August, the grandkids won 2 fish, so we decided to undertake these fish. Well, one of them died, another one lived, and she is something else. She grew. It's a goldfish, so we had to get her a heater for her little tank to warm the water up, and it came, the next day. But that's just amazing to me that you can buy, you know, a little heater for the fish tank. But yeah, because usually when you win those fish, they die. They don't usually make it, but this one, she was determined that she was going to make it. Oh no, the dog. He's not here. What dog? I'm not really fun. I'm kind of looking at the chat a little bit here and there. Kind of not. But yeah. So, oh yes, Tom's dog. That's right. That's right. Ah, oh, I hate to hear that now because I know how I feel about my cats. I don't have any dogs, but I know how I feel about my cats, and I know our little Oliver. We lost Oliver a couple of years ago, and that just they're like our kids. We love our animals, and when you've had them that long, it's hard. I don't want to get attached to anything else at this point, because our cats, they're still kind of young, but our oldest cat, let's see, she's at least 18. I'll call her 18. She's at least that. She could be more. She could really be more. So yeah, it's just so hard when you yeah, our cats are spoiled. It's just so hard when when you get attached to them. Oh yeah, cats are so different than dogs. Dogs are happy go lucky and they love you no matter what, and cats are kind of like, hey, I'm gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna run you. That's the difference. It's funny the difference in the two. And at this point, I see little dogs, and I say I would love to have a little Frenchie or something like that, but my cats would be thoroughly pissed at me if I got a dog. My daughter comes over with her dog, but she don't bring her in. She has it's a, oh goodness gracious. God, it looks like a standard, it's got curly hair like a poodle. I can't think of whatever it is, but she's a cute dog, but when they smell her on me, when I come in from the car from petting her, the cats are really mad with me. But yeah, I say that. I say I want a little dog. But yeah, and 2 dogs, I'm not able to give a dog the attention they would need. And Mister can't be wrong. I can't put it all on him. Taking them for a walk and stuff like that. Dogs need to be walked and stuff. So yeah, that's And my mom had a cat, and my youngest daughter took her cat because we got enough cats. So my baby girl ended up with Mama's cat Lily, and there she's a good little kitty. Mama had adopted her. when Mama's other cat died. She wanted another one, so we took Mama and let her pick her out. And, Mama got attached to her like right off the bat. So Mama had always loved to have her a cat, especially after Daddy passed away. Get her a cat, and she spoiled her cat too. But oh, it's 3 o'clock already. Like I say, the day went by fast. I was out there raking. I'll probably regret it later on. I'll be up hurt, but I'm gonna hurt either way. No matter what I do after 3 back surgeries and all of my issues, I'm gonna hurt. So I have to get out there. The most important thing is to keep moving. You quit moving, and let your leg muscles and all go, and it's harder on you when you get older. So I try to keep moving around and all of that. But yeah, y'all keep keep in mind, and keep think of some things you guys would like to, some subjects you guys would like for me to talk about. I've really been following the Epstein stuff, but I've not been following the political shit. Oh, hey, Mike Slick, yo, 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 good to see you, sweetheart. Me and you got to, do some music shows again. I love doing the music shows with you. Yeah, yeah, Miss Liability, gotta keep it moving the best you can. But yeah, the music shows, I love doing that. But now see how quick it went out of my head. Oh, the Epstein. I've been following the royal stuff with Prince Andrew, how he lost all of his military titles and all before the Queen died. And then now he's been they stripped him of his Duke of York title. And then they stripped him. I thought to myself, well, surely they won't take away him being a prince. That he was born with that. He's royal blood. Oh no, they took that away too. Yeah, 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 that does suck too. Some of the stuff between the different devices. Oh yeah, I have not forgot about that. I have not forgot. I have not forgot war. Yeah, 55. That is not old. That you're just getting started. Yeah, yeah, yep, yep. But yeah, yeah, it's just and now they're moving him out of the Royal Lodge, and he had a lease on the Royal Lodge till like 2078. Andrew did, but he was supposed to pay rent, and he was supposed to pay rent. Like it was like £200 a week or something. He never paid that. He was supposed to do repairs, never did any of that. Well, now they've got him out of there. So wherever he's going to move, and Fergie was living there with him, his ex-wife. But now they're trying to, United States sent him a subpoena, but they ain't going to ever get him over here to testify against Epstein. That's not going to happen. And I've been reading Virginia Giuffre's book, and it's interesting to say the least. If you get a chance to read it, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, maybe we'll be able to do something for War's birthday. I'm sure we'll all be around here on YouTube for it. But yeah, maybe me and Mike Slick can, do a show pretty soon, and like I say, do some music because we're into the same stuff. Yeah, we're into the same stuff music wise. I think we all like the same music. But maybe I'll even get on here somewhere and sing happy birthday to you. War loves when I sing happy birthday for him. You love it. You love it when I sing happy birthday. Yep, yep, do the happy dance. But yeah, me and Mike Slick will do some music. Maybe we can do something like that for War's birthday on Sunday. Maybe if Mike ain't busy, we can talk about it, and maybe we can do a music show. And because I know what kind of music War likes, and he likes the same stuff as we all do. We all kind of like the same thing. So I think that would be no problem. So yeah, and Matt is our resident computer expert. So Matt, we can have Matt help us set that up. Matt can come up too, you know. We can find out, like I say, Matt's our resident expert. So any questions we might have, he can help us with it because I know the basics, what I need to know about computers, but that's about it. And when my son-in-law was over here taking it apart, working on it and stuff, I was like, he made it look so easy. He's like, this goes here, 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 and here. And I was like, because he wants to build a system for me, but I got to get the money for the system. But he was telling me how much he could do me a good system for, which you know, so I probably have him do it when I get a chance. Yeah, no, absolutely not, Mike Slick. I do not want to hear any of that. He told me for 175 he could build me a good system. That's what he said, Matt. And I told him to send me all of the parts I would need, to buy. No, he said 175. And he said he would send me everything a list of what I would need, when I come up with the money. And that's, I don't have to give him anything, just, stuff to, get the parts. And I can do that myself when I get a chance. Hey, Maverick, good to see you too, sweetheart. Good to see you. For a spur of the moment show, I've had a pretty good little crowd. I mean, like I say, I got 272 people, so I know I'm not going to have hundreds of people in here, but that don't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I'll find out because we only talked about it, for like 2 or 3 minutes at the time. So yeah, that was just getting started. But there were a couple of other things I'm interested in doing too, and I got to find out what I need to do it. Do it. I wanted to do. I've been watching TikTok a lot, and they got it might sound crazy, but whatever. They got a lot of DJs over there, and I like to listen to music, and I like to bullshit. So I was thinking I may go over there and be a TikTok DJ bullshitter. It'll be fun either way. It'll be fun, but I don't know if I would what name I'm gonna do, because then you guys would see my face, you know. So I don't know if I could tell anybody or not. Okay, Sally. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being here with me for 30 minutes. Thank you so much, Sally. Gino, hey, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Love you forever. Hey, Sal, I know that's you. I know it's you. I've been following what happened. Yes, Sally. We'll talk later on, Sally. Yeah, I've been following what's been going on. Yeah. I know. I'll have to see. What's been. What I'm going to do, War, but I'll let you know. Yeah, Sal. No, that's okay, Sally. Go do what you need to do. This was spur of the moment. Love you, girl. Thank you for being here. Yes, Sal. I've been following what was going on with you and what in the world. I mean, I didn't hear everything, but I was following. I just think you need to take people on YouTube less serious and take care of your mental health, honey. You know that. I'm not telling you nothing you don't already know. And I'm telling it to you because I care about you. I don't really know you, but I care about you. I don't want to see anybody as a human being suffer. I'm not getting on you. I'm not getting on you. Don't feel like anybody here is gonna jump on you and start picking on you. We're all just trying to give you good solid advice. You know, just good solid advice. Don't jump on any links for a while. Don't tell people your business. Don't, you know that. Protect yourself. Not everybody's going to have your best interest at heart, sweetie. I know you know all this, but I feel like I got to say it anyway. I feel like I got to say it anyway. You know, like I say, I don't know everything that happened. I know a little bit, and I know that's easier said than done. And I know, like I say, I know this time of the year. You know, I'm glad you stopped in because I was really, really worried about you. Really worried about you. Yeah, you're not causing any trouble. You're not doing anything wrong. We were just curious as to what's been up with you. If you're taking care of yourself and staying. I know it's hard. Yeah, you did. You came back and faced the music. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. A lot of people come on here and tell. big stories, and and yeah, Miss Liability's right. Fake people prey on those who overshare. Be careful. Not everybody, wolves can put on costumes too, and look like they're sheep and look all sweet and innocent. You know, not everybody. I don't know why people want to just be out to hurt people they don't even know, but we've all seen it happen on here. So just be more. Try to be careful from now on, Sal. And love your wife. Yes, don't be on here all hours of the night. You know, you seem to be doing better. Got to give yourself a pat on the back. You do seem to be doing better. But yeah, the holidays. I know you got kids. Go out and do some good Christmas shopping. That's the fun part of it all is the Christmas shopping. Hey, I love that. Spend some money. Give your wife some money and let her go spend it. Hey, Jersey girl. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, go out and you guys, you guys that live in New York. I don't know how close you are to Times Square or whatever, but I've always wanted to go to Times Square for the holidays, but my big thing is I'm afraid I would get down there in Times Square for New Year's Eve and have to pee. And that seems like it'd be a nightmare. Down there waiting, and you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and you got to go to the bathroom, and you got all these millions of people jammed up down there with you. Plus, it's cold, and anything that I have to do outside in cold weather, I don't want to do. I'm not a cold weather type loving person at all. I prefer, heck, if I could afford to live in Brazil or somewhere for my whole life, I would. That would be fun on these old aching bones. Yeah, Jersey girl, she's comes in. She's been busy taking care of her mama too. It's always good to see her when she gets a chance to be in here. Yeah, yeah, yep. That's true, Miss Liability. Yep, yep. Yeah, no, no. A lot of people probably do that. I've heard people say that before. That they nah, no. I don't want to go that bad. I would love to rent a room down there where I could overlook it. Where you could a hotel room by it, but people reserve those rooms years ahead of time, and it's probably so expensive. But it would be a good time. It would be a good time, no doubt. No doubt. Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh yes. Did you watch them all, Jane Creek? Was that the first time you seen them? I love the Guardian of the Galaxy movies. And two, on another note, I heard there's going to be a new Toy Story coming out. But nothing's as good as the first and second one. The first and second Toy Story, I still cry when I watch those. When I watched them with my daughter and now the grandbaby. Another one of those coming out. So maybe I'll take the grandkids to the movies when it does come out. I love those movies. Yeah, yeah, it's the cold weather. I'm this time of year I'm all nasally and all that, the sinuses, and it's waking up when my head's stuffed up. Hey Antonino, it's good to see you too, my guy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing okay and hope you're, ready for Thanksgiving, all that good food. We were just talking about food, and uh I like it all, the ham, the turkey, the sides. Yeah, yeah, this is like my first show in a while. But I was getting ready to wrap it up though, honestly, Antonino. But you can go back and listen to the playback. Yeah, you saw the first two. Yeah. Superman. Yeah, I didn't see that. I've had a hard time with those movies, but I got to check out Peacemaker. I've got to check that out. I need to get back into something. I binge watched Mad Men, and I fell in love with that. I'll be honest. I loved Mad Men. I didn't think I would. Back when it was coming on, I tried to watch it and got bored with it, but something about it I like. It was set in the very early 60s through the 60s and all, and the clothes and the cars, and yeah, I just love that. I love that, and so I got into it, but I got to find another series, something else to binge watch. I was doing Walking Dead for a little while, and I was watching the spin-offs of those, and I got kind of bored with that. So I get bored quick. So and then I was watching I don't know if any of you guys heard of it. It was on when it came on originally. I think it was Stars or HBO One. I think it was Stars. Black Sail. It was about the pirates, and I'm really into the pirates, and it's all based on factual stuff. In fact, I had been working on research to do a show about pirates and along the coast of North Carolina about Blackbeard, Edward Teach, about him, how he, sailed, from up and down the East Coast down to the Bahamas to the West Indies. Back in the day, the golden age of piracy. There were even, believe it or not, I've got two women pirates. They were originated in Ireland, but I've been researching two lady pirates, and boy, man, they would give any man you could think of a run for his money. They were some tough broads. If you haven't seen, I've heard of Deadwood, but I haven't seen it. Now I seen the 2 hour movie. Was it the Deadwood where was it the one Ving Rhames played in, or am I thinking of something else? Because I think I did hear of it. You saw it, Jane Creek. I liked what's his name? The pirate on the other side. Oh gosh, with the long hair. Gosh, what's his name? Now I'm gonna have to find out. I thought he was so cute, and he played such a good bad guy. Such a good bad guy. I love that. But I didn't finish watching it yet. Because I binge watched a whole bunch of them, and I like Captain Flint, Toby Stevens. I loved him. I loved Captain Flint. I liked Eleanor, and I liked Charles Vane, Zach McGowan. Oh my goodness, Jane Creek, Jane Creek. Who was your favorite guy in Black Sails? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Matt, let's talk about it. Some true crime stuff. Maybe at some point, whenever we can, talk about it. I've been working on the Jeffrey McDonald case, Matt. Look it up. Dr. Jeffrey McDonald out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina. That was growing up a big topic at our supper table. My uncle went to his grave swearing Dr. McDonald didn't do it. He was a soldier. But yeah, I've got all the info on that, pulled all the evidence. But I know that case back and front. But anything, But yeah, I love the true crime. Love the true crime. But look that up and tell me what you think, Matt. BTF Phoenix has looked it up. Yes, in the Lost Colony. That's gonna go into my Pirates show too. I'm gonna do a lot about the Lost Colony of Roanoke and the pirates. Love that stuff. Like I say, there's even some women's pirates. So yeah. Oh, he's okay. I just wanted to do a show, Pat. That's all. I wanted to get back into the swing of things. Get back used to it again. Work off some of this nervousness. Yes. Wendy Adelson. Yes. Any Jersey girl. Yes. Yep. Yep. Anything you guys are interested in talking about, send me a message and I'll look it up so I can be familiar with all the particulars, and we can have some good discussions about it. Anything you talk about. It can be current events. It can be true crime. You know. Yeah, 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 yeah. Chris is doing great. He's really doing great. And it's like I was saying a while ago. I got so used to calling him FBS that this changes. I'm having to having to work on it. But he's doing great with the politics. Yes, thank you, Jersey girl. Thank you. Thank you. This is what I need. I was saying it. Go back to the first of the show when I'm done, Jersey girl, and listen. How I explained what I meant by with a little help from my friends. Because if I start explaining it again, I might start back crying. But I was just saying how much I appreciate you guys giving me, the support and the motivation and all. But yeah, the current events, yeah, and the drones and stuff. There's so much stuff I need to look into. But I'm willing to look into all of it. yes, his views, like I say, it's going to turn into something good for him, and he's starting to get donations and stuff. So I'm going to support him. I'm going to support him any way I can. You know, I've been, kind of paying a little attention to politics, so so when I'm in there in the chat, I kind of know, so I can, help him out, but I'm gonna be there to help him out all I can. But yeah, yeah, it is, isn't it, Jersey girl? It is very weird, but we'll get used to it. We'll get used to it. Oh, Jersey girl, I love you too, and give your mom a kiss on the cheek for me. I've been praying for her too. But yeah, yeah, yep, yep. He just, the mob tube stuff that he just wants to get away from all that fighting, and I don't think people understand yet that he don't want to be a part of that fighting anymore. I mean, he went through a lot. I mean, and some of us were there to see it. He went through a whole lot, and trust me, I wouldn't wish that on anybody, and I don't know of anybody, no matter how much money you're making, would want to put up with the shit he put up with. I mean, come on. Everything, yeah, it just not knowing from one day to the next what's going to happen. You know, and I love you, War. You know that. You know that goes without saying. Me and War have known each other a while, and that's my buddy now. That's my buddy. But yeah, yeah, yep, yep. Everybody's done good, in supporting him and all. I think it, like I said, I think it's going to work out good. And but no matter what, no matter what Chris wants to talk about, whether it's politics, mob tube, a celebrity, true crime, music, he can pretty much hang in there and carry it. We've always, he's always, carried it. He's never been the type that needed one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 people, 10 people, 20 people up there with him, repeating what he's saying or bigging him up or whatever. I mean, he always been the type that could carry it by himself. So he's going to be fine, no doubt. And if he wants me to go up there with him sometimes, to kind of play the other side or whatever, whatever, or to talk about whatever, a particular subject, me. I'm more than happy, to try to get prepared and know what I can know to help out. Oh, Matt says, I think Trump is a prick, but I'm more like in the middle. Yeah. I keep an open mind with politics because that's what you really need. So, yeah, I try to look at both sides and, try to be somewhat in the middle. Because I really think when it's all said and done, we all want the same thing. We all want the same thing, no matter what side politically you're on, whether you're Democrat, Republican, or what. We all want the American dream. We all want to raise our kids and have them be safe. We all want to be able to pay our bills, to be able to eat, to be able to have some extra left over at the end of after the bills are paid. We all want that. Hey JJ, good to see you, midget bar. You crack me up. Now JJ, let me tell you about JJ. JJ has the funniest sense of humor. I love JJ's sense of humor. You're still hanging in there with the mob stuff, eh? You didn't get tired of it yet, which now the mob stories that go way back to Lucky Lucchese and back when they were running liquor and prohibition. That's the time I really liked. That's the time I really liked. My granddaddy, told me so many stories about making liquor and running liquor. And by the time I had came along, he had quit doing that because they told him if they caught him doing it again, they were going to throw him under the jail, not just in it, under it. And plus, my granny, got tired of, my family had a lot of land, and she got tired of selling off little bits and pieces, acres here and there to bail his ass out of jail. So yeah, by the time I came along, he had quit making the moon, but it was still all around my house. But yeah, yeah, that should be how it is, Pat. I agree. Because like I say, it goes down to the same thing. We all want the same thing. We all work for the same thing from the time If you think about it, at least our generation, from the time we're born, it's instilled in us. Oh yeah, yep. Back where I grew up, back, back here in the woods here. Yes, still, but and you can still make. My neighbor makes. Let's see, and such. I think 200 gallon, whatever. You can make so many gallons a year as long as you're not selling it. A guy I went to high school with got in trouble for it here probably about 10 years ago, and had to serve some time. As long as you're not selling it without the proper stuff. But now, go look it up. Look up Broad Slab Distillery. Just look it up. They got a website. You can order some of their shine and try it. My granddaddy used to make shine way back in the day with their family. But yeah, you can sell it if you've got the license. But my neighbor makes watermelon brandy, peach brandy. Oh my God! You talk apple brandy. You talk about some kind of good. Mm-mm-mm. Let's see what, Matt. Yeah, yep, yeah, yep. I do too. Yep. Hey, baby, good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah, my granddaddy back behind the home place. I should try to get pictures. There's still one of those back there where the granddaddy called them the revenuers. Come back there with an axe and chopped it all the hell up. And granddaddy said one night, here's a story I'll give to you guys. Granddaddy said one night he was back down there making it, and he said it was real quiet, and he won't thinking, won't paying attention. He said all of a sudden somebody taps him on the shoulder, and he turns around and looks back, and it's revenue got his pistol right in his face. But yeah, that white lightning, yeah, it'll knock your dick in the dirt. Now I'm telling you something, it burns. Oh, you won't ever forget it. You won't ever forget it. I'm telling you what. And I know my granddaddy's moonshine. I know it had to be some kind of good. But yeah, his friends didn't quit making it. And I think he helped them and all, but yeah, he won't trying to get caught yet. I think he got caught like 3 or 4 times. But this guy that I went to high school with, his daddy made it up until he died, and he got a job working at, I won't say what place, but anyway, people would buy it and he would take it and deliver it to them. Thankfully, he didn't get caught. But a gallon of good moonshine now is about $100. About $100. A gallon of good shine. It ain't cheap. It is not cheap. Oh, it's mason jar shine, but they'll put it in. They'll sell it by the gallons too now. But yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. It don't take much. Yeah, popcorn Sutton, rest in peace, popcorn. Yep, yeah, yeah. I can't drink now. I haven't been drinking. Haven't drank or been drunk in so long, so long. Yeah. I don't care for it. It just made me stupid anyway. Just made me stupid. Well, guys, we've been Jolly Rancher moonshine. Like Pucker. You guys heard of Pucker? I don't even know. I would assume they still make Pucker. It's that like that, the sour like sour apples, wild cherry. Me too, Bambi. I smoke my weed. That's it. But yeah, the wild cherry and grape and all of that. I'm sure they probably still make it. Yeah, same, Jane. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Please spread the word for me, guys. Bambi, Matt, War. Thank you, guys. BTF, Sally, JJ, Maverick. I don't want to miss anybody, but everybody that came in and saw me today, yeah, you have to be careful with health problems, JJ. Everybody that came in and saw me today, Joe Bag of Donuts, my War, of course, Pat Travellino. I'll be seeing y'all, I'm sure, in the next chat. Matt, think the world of all you guys. Thank you guys for coming in, and we'll do this again soon. Talk later on. Bye.